Howdy, folks. Since the last time we were here, I've done a little bit more. I filled in this entire floor. I replaced the dirt with the, what the heck are those things called? Stone bricks. Oh, man. Oh, my brain just is not working today. Brain, you work or I will kill you. Drugs and alcohol. I'll kill you with drugs and alcohol. I'll do it. I'll do it. Seriously, kids, don't do drugs. Or alcohol. Okay. Oh, I'm smelting more hardened clay. So I've got, what, 4 or 5 more stacks right there, I think. That's not nearly enough. So I got myself some wooden doors. I got a... Oh, yeah, I enchanted a diamond shovel. Nothing special, just efficiency 2. Oh yeah, I got a fortune 3 and unbreaking 3. I recorded that, me doing that, but I lost it somewhere. So, I spent a lot of time in the nether getting quartz that I'll probably never use. Anyways, we're gonna go on an adventure today. We're gonna go mining for clay. Oh, I forgot one thing. I forgot something so important. Where is my... Dag nabbit, darn, tootin', oh, there it is. I need my boat. Am I supposed to go out mining in the ocean without a boat? Should I take my record player? No, I'll just leave it there. It's a little too much trouble. Oh! Wow! Kids, don't do drugs! Don't do drugs! Not that I do drugs, it's just, oh man. If I did do drugs, could you imagine how much more stupid I would be? Oh my gosh. Okay. Now am I ready? Oh, I don't even know. Yeah, screw it, we're going. We're going. We're just gonna go. That's it. No more delays. You know, I've had some time to, mess with these new boat control. I don't know how I feel about them. I don't know. My strafing in a boat was never a big thing, but it would be nice to be able to look. Well, I guess you can. It doesn't really turn unless you're actually pressing forward. Okay. Well, I don't think the horses should be controlled like this, but whatever. Whatever. I don't even have a horse. What am I complaining about? Alright. Which way am I going right now? I'm going west-ish. That's good. That's good. Let's go west-ish. West-ish. That way. The reason I got in a boat and started going this way, I'm going further out, is because I've been mining so much clay over here. I think I've just about mined it all out, actually. I hope this goes into like another ocean or something. I don't know, it goes into a desert. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, I did. That's okay. That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Just be looking in this river. Find some clay. So let's see. What should I talk about? What should I talk about? Story time, kids. Story time. I'm going to tell you guys the story of how I got into playing video games. Now, most of you are thinking right now, hey man, haven't you always played video games? Like, what? What are you, weird? I mean, everybody, like, when you're born, you get like an iPhone and video games, right? No. When I was but a young lad, my favorite activities were mostly playing outdoors in the dirt. I do enjoy the outdoors, and I do enjoy dirt, and they both went well together with my personality, so yeah, that's mostly what I did when I was a kid. I mean, sure, I had like a NES. Actually, my first game system ever was an Atari, and I absolutely hated the thing. I'd never play that. Every now and then I'd like sit down. The stupid joysticks they had, man. I could not stand my Atari. I hated it. I know there's like a bunch of people out there that are like, oh man, 2600 was the bomb. But yeah, I was not a fan as a youth. I don't know. Maybe my idea of it would be different now, but anyway. So yeah, when I was a kid, I was never really into video games much. I had an Atari. I had a NES when those first came out. And man, my mom liked it better than I did. She would play that thing for hours on end. She would, oh my gosh, do you see the graphics on this? The graphics on that. Man, they would just, oh. I mean, they were good for the time, but now you look back on it and it's like, wow, did we really freak out about the graphics on the Nintendo? Yes, we did. Yes, we did. And when the Super Nintendo came out, oh man, we thought what was on the Nintendo was good. You know, the Super Nintendo was like almost lifelike. It was so realistic that you had trouble telling the difference between the wizard on the screen and a wizard in real life. It was just, wow, it was insane. Insane, I tell you. I mean, you could almost believe that Mario was a real plumber who actually traveled through green pipes. This is how awesome the graphics were. But I never really got into it much then either. So, as a youth, I was slightly troubled. I got into trouble a lot. I wasn't troubled. Maybe I was troubled. But I got into trouble. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm retarded. Which is why I should not do drugs. Oh man. Whew. Can you imagine how retarded I'd be if I did that? Anyways, back to the story. So yeah, I was a troubled youth and getting into trouble a lot. Always in fear for my life from the law, the long arm of the law. Oh, Mama, I'm afraid for my life from the long arm of the law. I think that's how it goes. Anyways, and when I was in high school, I decided that what I needed to do was join the military. So I joined the delayed enlistment program. That's what they call that. The delayed enlistment program. Because I was only 17 at the time, so I couldn't actually join the military until I was 18. But they let me sign my name down, and they pretty much stamped me with like Uncle Sam owns you now, even though I was only 17. So I think they still do that actually, the delayed enlistment program. It's good stuff. So joined the delayed enlistment program, and when I turned 18, I got into the Army. Now, when I joined the delayed enlistment program, that's actually like when I went over to the MEPS station, they call it, the military enlistment program. MEPS? I don't know. The MEPS station, military enlistment something. And you take a bunch of tests. The ASVAB was one of them, battery tests and all that. And apparently I scored pretty well. And at the time I hadn't decided what sort of what branch I wanted to go into. I just knew I wanted to join the military, which is 5 branches, just in case you're wondering. There's the Army, the Air Force, the Marines, the Navy, and the Coast Guard. So they set me in a room with one representative from each branch. So there were 5 people sitting around a table and me, and each of them took turns telling me why I wanted to join their branch. You know, the Navy told me about their advanced degree program or whatever that is. The Marines told me about serving my country with honor, because the Marines are all about honor. Good people, those Marines. I don't remember what the Air Force guy said. Probably a bunch of BS. That's how Air Force people are. And then the Coast Guard guy said something about drug dealers. And yeah, I don't need to get involved in that. If I go anywhere near drugs, I'm just going to lose more IQ points, and I can't afford it. Even back then, I was pretty stupid. So the Army guy, he was a smart sucker, man. He didn't say a word. He did not tell me anything. All he did, there was a TV in the room, and he put in a video, and it was like one of these training videos. You know, you watch it, and it just has a bunch of. It's not really a training video. It's more like a brainwashing video, really. What do they call that? I don't know. Anyways, it just showed, like, you know, army guys doing their thing. They're all dressed up in their camo, and their faces are painted, and they got big guns, and they're, you know, jumping out of helicopters and messing around in swamps and blowing things up. And I mean, dude, it just looked awesome. And I told the guy, I was like, I don't know what that is, but that's what I want to do. That I want to be Rambo. I want to be Delta Force. Freaking Delta Force. Give it to me. And you guys are wondering what this has to do with video games. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I have to fill up like 20 minutes or something. Just chill out, alright? Chill out. This is story time. Story time. Sit back and relax. Sit back and relax. I'm going to tell you a story. Okay. So yeah. So I joined the Army. Was the branch that I joined. There? Oh no, it's right there. And then I went through airborne school. I went through oh man, where are you guys coming from? Oh, get out of here. No, I don't like zombies. I especially don't like baby zombies. How do zombies have babies? Aren't they dead? Anyways, so where was I? Oh yeah. So I got into basic training. I went through basic training. I got through airborne school. Went into the Ranger Indoctrination program, and then I went through Ranger school, and I was a U.S. Army Ranger. Whoa! I'm dying! Whoa! This is bad! Okay, I'm not dying anymore. So yeah, I was a Ranger, 75th Battalion, 75th Regiment. My bad. Not battalion. It was a regiment, and they're in Fort Benning, Georgia. And I was a ghost-faced killer. That's right, ghost-faced killer. That's what they train you to do when you're a ranger. They train you to kill with a ghost face. Okay, that didn't really make a whole lot of sense. But yeah, that was my job. I was a ranger. I enjoyed it. So I did that for a while, and then let's see. So all my training took almost a year. I mean, it was like 10 months worth of training. Most of it was pretty intensive. It was pretty crazy. Got through that, and I was in the 75th Regiment, 3rd Battalion Rangers for like I don't know, about a year. And then I jacked up my knee really bad on a jump one time. We were doing this exercise called Purple Dragon down in Louisiana. What was that fort down there? I don't know. Anyways, in Louisiana. And I got my leg caught in the risers of the parachute. And it broke up my knee pretty bad. So they wouldn't let me be a ranger anymore. They said, you know, we only want the best of the best, and you've got a bum leg. You can't be a ranger anymore. But they still let me be in the airborne infantry, which was pretty cool. So my second assignment was actually in Fort Bragg. I was part of the 82nd Airborne. And when I was at the 82nd Airborne, now I don't know how many of you listening to this were in the Army, and I don't know what you may have a preconceived notion of what soldiers do on a daily basis is. I can tell you right now, you're probably wrong. Okay? If you guessed, I'm going to give you a multiple choice here on what soldiers do for their daily routine. A, they work out constantly, clean their weapons, and perform battle drills. B, they make crude jokes at each other, and just, you know, talk and jive all day. Or C, a combination of the two. They just have really short days with banker hours, and where they fit in a quick workout and, you know, keep up their equipment, and then, you know, around noon or so, they're done with everything, and then they just go and mess around. If you guess C, you're absolutely right. Whatever we had to do for that day, we'd go ahead and do it, or we'd just do something, you know, make it look like we were actually competent. And then the rest of the day, we'd just goof off. And I had just gotten myself a new computer at the time, but all I really used it for was, oh man, what was that thing called? LimeWire? Was it LimeWire? I think it was called LimeWire. It was one of those file sharing sites back when that was like a big thing, file sharing. I just download music and porn on it all day. Yeah, that was my thing. But one of my friends, Specialist Eastham he was, I don't remember his first name, but he was Specialist Eastham. Eastham, if you're watching this right now, you know who you are. Anyways, he said, "You play any games, man?" I said, "No, I don't do that crap. I do important things, like download file share music and porn on LimeWire." Important things. He said, "Man, you should play some video games, you know?" I was like, "I don't know, I ain't really into it." And he goes, "Look, I'll give you a copy of my favorite video game, and you can, you know, mess around with it, and if you enjoy it, you know, cool. If not, whatever." So I said, "Okay, yeah, let me see this video game you got here." And the video game he had, get ready for this, was EverQuest. That's right. I mean, he basically, he was like a drug pusher, okay? It's like when you're walking down the street and, you know, this guy runs up to you and he's like, "Hey man, you want to try some crack?" And you're like, "No, I don't want to try any crack." Not that I've ever had this happen to me, of course. And he goes, "Look man, I'll just give you crack free for once. You know, the first time's always free, and if you don't like it, it's your deal, man. If you do like it, you know where to find me." And so you're like, "Okay, fine, I'll try crack once." And then you end up being a, you know, complete crackhead because it's so addictive and you can't get away from it. And it was the same thing with the EverQuest. He pushed it on to me, and it was so addictive. I couldn't stop. I mean, I would stay up until like 2 o'clock in the morning playing freaking EverQuest, and I still had to be at formation the next day. You know, we woke up at like 5 in the morning or whatever. Sometimes earlier, usually earlier than that, actually. So, you know, I'd get like 2 hours of sleep a night because I was too busy playing EverQuest to really give a crap about anything. So yeah, that was the genesis of me playing video games, and I really got into the MMORPGs. I also really liked, when I first started doing this, I really enjoyed the real-time strategy games like Warcraft. I've never really been a fan of World of Warcraft, but I do like Warcraft. StarCraft. Oh man, what was that one? Red Alert, or I don't remember. Anyways, those games are really awesome. So that's where it all started, man. That's how I got into playing video games. Believe it or not, was in the army. So kind of a strange place to be getting into gaming. I was already kind of a nerd. I'll admit it. I mean, sure, I had this outward facade, you know, where I was like Ghostface Killer, but inwardly I was just a geek. I love Star Trek, and I played Dungeons and Dragons and all that kind of stuff. I still do. Love Star Trek, that is. I don't play Dungeons & Dragons anymore. Maybe a little bit. But only a little bit. Oh, you know what? I should totally start, like, YouTubing Dungeons & Dragons sessions. That would be awesome. Could have, like, each guy, you know, give the backstory of his character that he's role-playing, and then, you know, like dramatic music in the background or something. And then we could, like, record our sessions. I don't know. No, but maybe that's a bad idea. Maybe it's a good idea. I don't know. But I don't play Dungeons & Dragons anymore. I don't even know what that is. Anyways, so yeah, that's where I got into playing video games. Now, Minecraft. I played this in alpha, and I didn't really like it, to be honest. I thought it was kind of gay. I was like, man, what is this? Of course, it was InDev. InDev, was it? No. InfDev or InvDev? INV, I think, was the first one I was playing. It was before they had the infinite terrain generation. Was the first time I played Minecraft. And like I said, at the time I thought it was pretty lame, you know. I don't even think they had... I don't remember. I don't even think they had mobs at the time, actually. It was basically just placing blocks and stuff. There weren't very many blocks either. So yeah, I didn't really like it at the time. I went on to playing other things, you know. But one of my friends said, hey man, have you tried that game Minecraft? This was a couple months later. You know, have you tried that game Minecraft? I was like, yeah man, that game sucked, dude. He was like, oh no, it's so awesome, you gotta try this out. It's like the greatest game you've ever played in your entire life. I was like, I don't know about that, you know. I did play Evercrack for quite a while. I still go to meetings for that, you know. No, I don't really. I'm just making a joke. And so yeah, so I went and tried it again, and this was after InfDev. So I mean, it was like close to beta release, I think, and so they had the Infinite World Terrain generation and the mobs. They had mobs all of a sudden. So I mean, it was pretty cool then, you know. But still, it just wasn't really getting my fancy. I didn't really start playing it often until it got into beta, and I've been playing it ever since it got released in beta. Like almost every single day, actually. Well, no, not every single day, but quite often. It's like my #1 game now. So, yeah, there's the story of how Raan got into video games. There's the genesis of all of that. Just in case you're wondering, I'm still a ghost face killer. I know at least 5 different ways to sneak up behind you and kill you with only my pinky finger. The U.S. military trained me well. And well, I just love playing this game. I mean, just in case you couldn't tell, I mean, here I am, you know, recording it and putting it on YouTube for your enjoyment. Hopefully it is enjoying. Hopefully I don't drown. I'm surprised I haven't drowned yet, actually. Man, I'm so derpy when it comes to being underwater like this. Sometimes I forget that I even have to breathe, and I forget to go out for air or something like that. Anyway, so that's the story for today. Yeah. I have no idea how long this has been going on for. Let me check the time. So I did pretty good there, just a little bit over 20 minutes. So I'm going to end the episode here. Next time, we're going to get back to building the pod. And until then, you guys have fun. Hope you enjoyed story time, and hope you enjoy watching these episodes. You guys have a good day.